My name's Grant Pollock.
Okay.
Grant Pollock, former broadcaster with Global 2 and 7, Calgary 7. Longtime home of Ed. Ed's house. Basically, I started in 1983. I moved from Ontario to Calgary to channels 2 and 7. And that's when I first met Ed Whalen. And I think my first impressions of Ed were probably the impressions that everybody had of Ed when they first met him and had for many, many years after, was that he was a nice man. And I think if you don't use anything else of what I say, Ed was a nice man. And people always like being around Ed. And not every broadcaster or media person can say that, because a lot of people disliked you or liked you a lot. But Ed would always give time to people. So that's the first impression I had is, wow, everybody likes this guy. And he is very nice. He was very accommodating. So that was my very first impression as a guy moving from Ontario to Calgary to channels 2 and 7 to meet Ed. He was a heck of a nice guy, and that everybody liked him. You don't, that sounds average or normal, but as you know, in businesses, not everybody is like that. Ed was like a kind uncle to everybody. He was older than most of us there. And so he was always the guy at the shop, in the newsroom, that seemed to be caring to everybody. And again, that is a very unique thing of anybody in a working environment. Ed seemed to have time for everybody. Now, when I worked at 2 and 7, Calgary 7 Global, the same station, just changed names, I had people in production that I got along with. Some you didn't. Some really spoke highly of me and that, but everybody spoke highly of Ed. People loved the production. I think because he went out of his way to make sure he said hi to you and greeted you and made you feel special. There are unique people in this world that you like being around because they think that what you're doing is the most important thing in the world. And Ed somehow did that around work. So that's the number one thing about the personality.
Everyone has a story. It's time to tell yours.